I don't know anymore, guys. This is just too much. Hello everybody, my name is Lucky J, and we're going to continue on the beginner's guide. And so far this game has been really interesting. Not necessarily fun, I suppose, but that's kind of different. It's just cool to experience this game in a different way. He says this is tough, so let's go through here. We got this cool little design going on. Note that same picture again. Probably the only thing that he could use or wanted to use. And then we do this again. So it says this is tough. Do I go back now? Well, hold on. If I go all the way back up, I'll see if it works. Never mind, it didn't work. But anyways, I guess we can just keep going down through here. I honestly didn't see this the first time. So we can go
this is
up
it,
here.
the whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Here's version 2.
Okay. Bit different. Furniture is gone. Why is it gone? Okay. A giant hole in the ground. Let's try to escape. Okay, well he put a table there, so he doesn't want to listen to me. A huge picture of a horse. 10 stoves. Why not? Okay, he just put couches there, so he doesn't want to listen to us at all. It's 2 this time. Okay. And a table, we need a table. Tables were invented in 1935. Duh. So yeah, obviously, because 1935 was the year, man.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird.
You can walk around.
Sake.
Nope, you can't. I lied. You can only walk around in this part of the room, maybe?
So okay,
no,
he throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Okay, walking forward, don't see anything behind me. Clicked on the table. The photo frame. Floor lamp. Left side sofa. Touch the shelves. Well, we don't want to do that too inappropriately, guys. Is this the shelf? These are the shelves? Okay, we did it. In a real prison. Okay, so we can get away now. We're returning. Boom. Have we escaped yet? No, we still can't get there.
Now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape.
Yep.
Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside.
That's prisonception.
Through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this. To see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on? But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going.
Because you're creating worlds.
He hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
Yeah. It even has the little cricket sounds. I don't know why I'm whispering. I mean, it is nighttime, but my parents are asleep, so it's all good. And there's that amazing lamppost. This definitely isn't a prison just yet. Okay, it's like Get Smart or Harry Potter, either one. Can't move, look around at all. Hello? Who is this? Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. From the future. You're me? So you were trapped in this prison too? Yup.
It's a conversation. And so this is what Coda
I
wants,
was in the
is to be able to
reverse.
talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows. But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself.
That's true.
You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
He needs some social skills, I guess. No, you don't miss being in prison. We're gonna do this one. Years, only a few minutes to be honest. Wow. Sure. I don't really know. I feel like there's gonna be a jump scare, and I don't like it. If something just starts slowly walking to me, that's gonna be a jump scare in my eyes, because I honestly, I don't know. Oh. That might convince him to escape if he gets the call. What did they tell you? Play the pronoun game again, sir, and I'm gonna get some anger issues. They asked me how I felt about being in prison. They just talked for me for a while. It totally was to be sincere. So, like, that's actually really bad. That freed you? Just be nice to a table? I don't know. I'm just gonna do something random. Okay, I guess that's the only option. We know exactly what we're gonna say.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, I think so. All those options sort of were like that. None of them were evil. He needed a way to get out of the prison.
What would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
What if? I like this so far. It reminds me of Shadow
this
Warrior.
environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
It's true. What's in here? Is this another prison? No? Because he got away from that. I love these guys. Just clean. It's kind of awful, actually. Oh, this is actually a pretty sweet
You'll notice
place.
that the
It's not
quality of
crazy.
the art is a step up from previous games,
Yeah?
including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and
Yeah.
this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Wow. One-man team. It's fantastic, though. It's what you have to do whenever you make assets, though. Instead of just using pre-done assets and just trying to get them all to work together. I don't know if I'd ever want to develop a game, but it sounds like it'd be kind of cool. Oh, okay. Are we cleaning this whole place? That's the story, little one. We're little? Okay. So are you our dad or mom or what? I mean, I can't really tell. You're... Clear the table. Okay, cleared it. If only cleaning were that fast and easy, guys. Okay, I'm making the bedroom and the bed and stuff. I thought so. Where's the other thing? Straighten up the rug. All the little details matter. I've seen a house in... I'll do that, sure. Well... That's nice. I don't get that at all, honestly. I don't... I do not need to be cleaning. Sofa, okay. Straighten the pillows. My mother would love this game. You okay with some cheesiness? Make it especially cheesy. Okay. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Wow, how personal is that? She's like, no. No is stupid. No, tell me. It's okay. Be honest. It's okay. The tub needs some cleaning too. Where's the tub? Found the tub. Found it. We're all just human. Okay, we got some stuff on the floor of the bedroom. Where the heck is... Oh, here. Found it. Okay. Perfect. Okay.
After the intense set of prison games, his house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
He's like using his games as therapy for himself, but they're also the thing that makes him unwind, so unravel, rather. Not unwind. Unwind would be kind of nice.
I know that Coda really liked this game.
I like
of all
it
of his
too.
work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it.
Mm-hmm.
This was during a period of a few months where he was like grossly happy all the time. He just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
That's good. Grossly happy. That's a good way to describe it as well. What do I do now? Okay, we gotta smooth out the rug again. I didn't realize that. That's the bathroom. Here's the rug in the bedroom. The tub got rather dirty. I tidied it up. ... Yeah. Do another cheesy thought. Yeah, you're right. Except my mind doesn't work that way. We just met as well. But there's a bit of truth in it, no? There is a little tiny bit, a morsel of truth, okay? Anyway. Let's keep doing this. Do you clean up the books? I gotta clean up the books. I like how we just met and the books keep... Okay, so apparently days are going by. Because everything's going by.
I'm glad he made this. I'm glad he found some peace.
This music as well. I hope it's not like copyright and all that. Okay, gotta fix the couch again. This is a management game for sure. Question, okay? I'm all ears.
But, of course, it can't last. The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
Really? Well, I don't really need to test it. I think I'll take his word for it. And there's a lamppost. Brilliant.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
So it wasn't?
This one gets a bit goofy.
Well, I like goofy. It's okay. Why did you come here today? Was it to improve your life? Was it to get a better job? Was it to make your relationships more meaningful? No. No, it wasn't. You came here to become perfect. Okay, so we're like teleporting college students. Wow, this person is a way better human being than I am. Okay. Well, I think this guy legitimately was suffering from depression or schizophrenia or something. I can't diagnose any of that though. But that, or he was just very secluded and he embraced it, but still, it shows in his games.
About halfway through the game, the perspective shifts.
I like that. So we're all mind control. Can I not?
And you play as the teacher. And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are.
Being alone must
and
be
also
awful.
you can move around the classroom.
Okay. I can. Torturing yourself, trying to find the right solutions for your life. I don't know if I want to say what. Until you love me? I'm developing assist. I'm gonna do the second one. There is no path. Ah, just kidding. LOL. So I can like go up here and see this stuff. No, I can't go up there. Yeah, let's say that. Did you? That should have been the first option, to be honest. Everyone run! Come on, we gotta make it.
I felt pretty hard for this one. I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human.
Yep.
I think about this game a lot these days.
So they're saying the perfect professor isn't really that perfect. He has just as much fear as the students, and he shows that in his game, which is really awesome because that's why Brothers was awesome.
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Well, I mean, to be honest, it's pretty large, but he's right, it's not complex. But maybe there's more meaning behind it than normal. And this might be the part where we see those weird spinny things. Yes, it's a dance floor. The performance is beginning. Oh no. Hello. Hello. Aw, I'm a superstar. I have to start out leaning against the wall. Okay, here's the wall. Found it. We're breaking the fourth wall by doing this wrong. Okay, it's my dream. Got it. Okay. I'm a little nervous. So we're gonna sneak up on her because it's a wise decision. Where is the bathroom? What are you doing? I don't know. You're deflecting. You're not saying what's actually on your mind. Oh, okay. Do it again. I have to do it again. Oh, I'm super scared right now. I like you. This is brilliant. I was confident. But I was confident. Maybe it's that you need a better feeling of the setting. There are a lot of people here. Yep, I knew it. These things were gonna be here. You can make some music. Okay, what do you want? You must have worked really hard to get where you are. Too true. What do you mean we're messing it up again? That's true. How did I not know that? It's not like those weird... Whoa! They're pushing me towards you. Okay. You want to try something? No! I was gonna do something. Whatever. Ha-cha-cha! Oh, we have to go down there? Here's the lamppost, so we know this is the ending, apparently. Supposedly, it's gonna be grasped away from us. No! Okay. It's not the... Wow. Okay, so it's not the destination anymore.
The game ends with this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution, social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer.
Yeah. Wow.
but what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
They're getting longer and more meaningful. It's a transformation for sure. We have to keep our eyes closed? Should I actually do that? I don't have a face cam, so I can't show that. I'm definitely not blind right now. Yeah, see, I can't hear anything. If I actually close my eyes, I wouldn't be able to see any of this. Someone get help. Okay. Help, I'm blind. Okay. He's like, you're such a liar. Whoa, the big door that is kind of freaky is coming here. I'm gonna close my eyes, brace for impact. And we're dead. What? Okay. Can we escape if we go the...
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise.
Yeah.
And there is a solution, by the way.
Yeah, so we go up here. And what? That is, I'm bursting with creative energy. My work is always fun. Is that the right answer? He can't keep making these. Yeah, so he's not like depressed or anything, necessarily.
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from?
Mm-hmm.
But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like,
wow.
You know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
So he gave you this, and you could tell something was wrong. I was answering like he can't keep making these like things with the doors and everything, and with these same ideas, but he means games. I think it might be that one. To say the thing. You could tell that's the truth because he doesn't know how to articulate it even by chat. I'm stuck in it, I'm alone. Well, I think he wanted to get through these kinds of things faster, so maybe that one's right. And then he has these things telling him things are going to be okay. Okay.
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
He does do another game. That's good. I was worried that eventually we're going to reach the breaking point, and it's actually going to be really sad. I heard this game was sad, actually. I forgot. I know people say it was good, but it's actually apparently very sad. What is this? Yeah, he needs this. It's either the tree from Brothers or the tree from Kung Fu Panda 1, but either way it's working. Anyone there? Okay, there's another one. I don't know. Out of ideas, all these seem like they might be above. I'm not sure what he was feeling at the time. This engine that used to protect me. No, I think it was the first one, but I'm not sure. I suppose it's both, but well, she didn't seem to do anything. What the heck happened? Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, here we go. Walking up here. It isn't far. Okay. Where is it? Okay, we're still going.
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11.
It's
now,
horrible,
put
actually.
yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even.
Yeah.
And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it.
He's trying
anymore.
something.
Why?
Deal.
What is it for?
Yep. It's at the end of the bridge. Is he burning the bridges?
Because from my perspective at the time, and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was.
Yeah.
He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Okay, so he's gonna do this. Okay, now what? So, you have to close the first door with the switch. This puzzle always here. Okay, it's behind us here now.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way.
You need more
You can't
people.
be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Yeah. He needs support. And this guy, this narrator is giving it somewhere. What is that sound? Someone crying, wow. Trust me, you'll see. Sarcasm? Making games is effortless. Definitely not true. Oh my gosh. This is rather horrible, actually. Was not expecting this at all. Never stops being easy. Yeah, believe that. Sarcasm through the roof.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped.
Yeah,
It's like,
me too.
video games are not worth this amount of suffering.
I have to agree with that. I do. I love video games, but if someone's making it like this, it's just a simple solution. I'll never stop creating, you'll never feel bad. Probably should have picked the first one, because that might help, but whatever.
This is someone I really cared about.
So this is how
I
you
used to get
progress.
so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
This is torture. But it really conveys what he was feeling. It's horrible. Any sacrifice. It's not like I have to really think about it. He knows that. All the choices do the same
This is
thing.
what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything.
He literally was calling for help.
It felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
It's horrible. Here's the lamppost, here's the destination. I feel so accomplished. Can't go around that way. Can't do anything.
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
This was 2011. Okay. The Machine. What is this business? Okay, he's a guard, quite obviously. We've captured the Machine that he's named. I intend to be brutal. Just be quick. Very good. The press, so he has a story. It calls itself Coda. Kind of cool aesthetic, to be honest. poisonous games. I want to see what Coda thinks of this game.
And of course, it's the machine.
You stopped. Why did you stop, machine? A machine. Wow. This is really horrible. Like, the amount of creativity in torturing himself is just... Oh, it was only because of your creations. I don't know, and the Wii makes it sound like there's like more voices or something. He's been alone. Yep. He's asking for an apology as well, but he can't ask it of something that's already him. Thankfully I know how to hurt you. No, I don't want to do that. I guess he's going on fear. He's gonna try to think of empathy, I suppose. Okay, well, this is what happened, folks. My friends. Let's call them friends, not followers. So this is him about to announce to his friends that he's not making games anymore. It falls on him. I don't like either of these options. This sucks. This is him practicing. 7 months to get up the courage to tell everyone that he's not gonna play games anymore, or at least make them. Wow. This is what he's on about. It is. Let's show it. What's boss? No, don't destroy it. No, we don't want to do any of those things. If we have to do something, I guess we destroy the machine, because evidently that's going to happen anyways. This is so horrible. Here's the stage again. This is all his fears, and he's conquering all of them here. Finally, we have a gun again. Wow. Okay. What is happening here? If we get rid of all of this business.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him.
I would say so.
And all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be.
I don't want to destroy all his games.
Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for it? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
I'm glad that these are still here. This was that special one where they had all those conversation pieces and people walking through the doors. Wow.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all is just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
The machine. Is that like actually the Steam? No. No. Can't move around yet. Okay. I didn't know I had a weapon out, but I put it down. So yeah. Here's our weapon. Put it down? No?
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do?
I...
Because it's the thing
yeah.
that I always feel like I need. To be told that my work is good. That I am good.
Yeah.
When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good. Like I was a good person.
Did
I
he
felt like
retaliate?
there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best
You're
feeling.
gonna tear this apart, aren't
It made
you?
me feel so happy. So
What happened to Coda?
beautifully happy.
What happened to Coda?
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while.
Okay.
So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So
Oh my
let's take a look.
gosh. This game really gets you in the feels, doesn't it? The Tower. He knows how to do this well, doesn't he?
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work.
Yeah.
Because more than anything else, The Tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
It is. It's also very far and open and wide and tall and ambient. It's that sound too. I hate that sound.
This room actually has a maze in it. Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
These are the Stanley Parable walls, I think. Yeah. I suppose it's just a Source engine wall. I'm not really familiar with how to make games in Source.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze? The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code.
It's like Stanley
Like
Parable
the
over
invisible
here.
maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Ah, I did guess one of them right. Oops. Went way too far. Okay. 1. Let's do this right quickly. Okay. So we're being taken over everything. And this game is very, very cold. Don't like this at all.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So Even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely. Just saying, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem.
Yep.
But I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
So there's more to the game that no one is supposed to
for not
see.
Understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why.
Because he wants to make you feel that way?
2011, I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean.
Yeah, the 3 dots.
And he wouldn't.
What are those? And like one strand of color.
I just felt
3.
so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed.
Like you hadn't kept him in.
Where did I screw up?
It's not your fault, man. You did all you could. You brought this game to life. And while it makes me very, very sad, so he just gave this to you, but he wasn't in the room with you.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Okay, well, now this guy's gone and blamed himself.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt...
So this is your message to him.
I were responsible for something important and valuable.
Wow. This is bad.
And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally, for a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
You guys are both this way? Against your oh, so he didn't ask permission, did he? I guess it's because he thought that he had to do it. That keeps him safe. Well, it's true, most of these are very personal games as well. Now, how did that happen? He added the lampposts? That doesn't make any sense.
And then you stopped. And I didn't have anything left to show people.
I thought he added them.
I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing.
That's horrible.
What does that mean?
It's really... Well, that's just cold. Wow.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
Wow, the tables really did turn, don't they? Oh, that was scary. I legit
That's
thought someone's
why
here.
I'm releasing this collection of your work. Is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry.
I don't
I
know.
know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please. I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in.
Wow.
I mean, is something wrong with me?
I think so. I mean, you
'Cause
just
I know
put
that I
his
did
work
an
out when he
awful
didn't
thing,
want it.
and I'm doing it again right now. Like I'm showing people your work.
Yeah.
But I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again. Like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think
I feel
it will. But there's nothing
sorry
else that
for
I can
both
do.
of them.
Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Wow. That was a good point as well to start that. He might have edited that part though. Here's the epilogue. Epilogue. And you start looking up, which is interesting. This is pretty. So is this, what is this exactly? I was confused because why the heck did he say stop putting lampposts in my games?
More.
Was he not?
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more.
So is it hubris that's
It's
getting
like a
to you?
disease.
I just passed it because I thought there'd be more. This is kind of pretty actually. And this music is breaking me apart. Okay.
Solution.
That's another thing. You think there has to be a solution, and you're right for wondering about it. Nothing's wrong with either of you, but you guys both...
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games...
In retrospect, it would have been a good idea.
I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed.
You told people?
Maybe he just likes making prisons.
You can't go up there at all. What is this game anyways? This part right here. It says it's an epilogue. Is this...
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
No. It's okay. You guys all need to make games and just... I don't know. It's a really hard thing to contemplate, isn't it? Here. No. Oh, this level is, everything's caving in. I can't run.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Thing is, how many of these games were playable before? It sounds like none of them were. So this guy's like, making games is part of the process, but does he actually gain anything from making these games besides
What now?
them helping him?
I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for. And so I'm just gonna
I'm sorry that I'm jumping if that ruins the feels, but it makes me feel a little happier, so that's why I've been doing it. And you obviously don't have to go through all of these, but we're gonna do that anyways. I don't really know what I'm supposed to expect from this, but I don't know. So this guy wrote the Stanley Parable. I don't. Sounds like he might not have been the only one who made it, but okay, let's jump down here. Okay, it's slowly rising. Okay, and we have to get up here. If we miss that, I suppose we can go through here again if we really need to. So is this lowering as well? No, it's just low to the ground anyways. Okay, let's jump up here. What is this? And then the longest hallway imaginable. I swear all indie devs are like this too. Why does it have to be so long? Like most games, they have decent pacing. And this one has had great pacing almost up to this point. What is happening though? It's like, if you do have someone who you think is depressed, shouldn't you tell them that? Okay, is this gonna make me float? Yep, it is. Here's the brilliant bug. Doesn't do anything. I can't see anything. Oh. And here's the maze that goes on forever. Solved it. Well, it doesn't have a weird bottom of the universe, does it? It's just a maze. I don't know anymore, guys. This is just too much. I think that this story... I'm glad I got this game. But it almost makes me wonder, should I have bought it? Because that guy doesn't even want his work shown, even though I think it's right to be shown. Well, it's over, I suppose. And then we're not supposed to know what that means, I guess? We're not supposed to know who R is. Apparently all these people agree with this message, though. Oh, wow, guys. Thank you all so much for watching me play this game. I'm not gonna say I enjoyed it, but I don't think video games have to be enjoyable like that. I think that games should be enjoyed, but they should also be valued, and this game is very special in what it's talking about. I've never played a game like this. I'm not gonna say it's my favorite game or anything, but it's certainly unique and deals with a very serious issue. Multiple issues. So thank you so much for being part of the ride. I'll see you guys in the next one.